Hello people, this is about my fourth attempt at doing this vlog. Every time I've tried it, something's happened on the road. Someone's either pulled out in front of me or something's gone on and it's interrupted my flow. The topic of my vlog today is things that make you go grrr. Things that annoy you. Now I know what you're thinking. You're such an easygoing chap, Harley man, nothing must annoy you. Well, I was asked this question the other day and I realised when I thought about it and answered the question honestly that the category of thing that annoys me covers so many opportunities for it to happen. It's surprising that I'm not constantly in a state of anger. Get off your phone. There's one. And what it is inconsiderate, ignorant people. Because the two normally go together. People who are inconsiderate are normally ignorant as well. People who just do what they want to do or don't do what they should do and don't really care about anyone else or how it impacts on anyone else. And in giving you examples of what I mean, I realised that I could spend 2 days giving you these examples. But here's just a few, and I'm sure that many of you have probably either seen or experienced some of these. We have a neighbour who has a little dog, a little Scotty, lovely little dog, but it barks or yaps for about 20 minutes a time, about 3 or 4 times a day. It yaps when it hears a noise. So on a nice sunny day we sit in the garden. If we move if we move on our chairs or a clink of a cup, and that goes on for about 20 minutes. How can the neighbour not realise that other neighbours, not just us, but there's about 3 or 4 other families around, do not want to hear a dog constantly barking? But there doesn't seem to be any sort of thought. It's just they just tolerate it because they are happy to tolerate it. The other examples, and I'll use today's, because this morning I'm going to let you into a little glimpse of my wonderful life. This morning I visited my local supermarket quite early to get things done. And the first thing I noticed was there's loads of spaces because it was quite early. And at the end of the rows on the supermarket are these hatched in areas that they're not parking spaces. Sometimes they put signs in there, but they're supposed to be kept clear so that when you come down one of the rows you can see what's around the corner. And even though there was loads of spaces, parked at the end of the row in the shaded area was a large Mercedes. Now the person was either too fat to walk an extra 10 feet, too lazy to walk an extra 10 feet, or whatever, but come on, God's sake, the space of about 10 feet. And on the same sort of subject, when I went back to my car and was loading up, in one of the other rows there was a lady loading the stuff from a trolley into the back of, I think it was a large Audi. And even though the bay for the trolleys was only like 10 feet away from her, she decided to just leave the trolley in the empty parking space next to her car and drive off. Now, how lazy have you got to be? And the thing is, I don't get it. I don't get being inconsiderate. I was raised to respect other people. I was raised to respect their privacy, respect their property. If I have to leave early on the motorbike, I will push it to the end of the road or push it away from the neighbours' houses, because I realise that at 7 o'clock on a Saturday morning they don't want to be woken up by my Harley. But no doubt I will get a number of comments from you guys, but I realise I've made a noose for my own neck there. Inconsiderate and ignorant people. You're going into room 101. If you're a biker, you ride safe. If you're not, you be safe. And don't forget, guys, parody videos coming out on the 1st of July. See you later.